Let's say it's Saturday morning. You've got your coffee. There's really nothing super urgent you need to do. You tell yourself, I'll just check if that one client responded. Then 10 minutes later, you're back in emails, organizing something, planning your week. This isn't a time management issue. This is an identity issue. If you're someone people rely on, someone who's used to getting stuff done, slowing down doesn't feel good. It actually feels wrong. You feel a little on edge. Your brain starts scanning. There's this subtle pressure to be doing something productive. So even when you have time, you don't actually experience it as time. You experience it as something you should be optimizing. Most people assume this is a discipline issue. I need to slow down more. I need better boundaries. I just need to stop overworking. But that misses what's actually driving it. Because for you, productivity isn't just something you do. It's something your sense of self got built around. And there's part of you that knows you're tired, that wants that space, that would like to sit still without getting pulled into the next task. And then there's your high achieving part, the one that tracks everything, plans ahead, handles things before they become problems. That part doesn't slow down easily because its job is to make sure you stay valuable and reliable and someone people can count on. So when you try to slow down, it doesn't ease up, it actually gets louder. But underneath that part are beliefs that feel like facts. You may not necessarily be conscious of these beliefs, but they're powerfully running in the background at all times. Things like, my value comes from being useful, or approval is something I earn, or I'm responsible for everything, or I'm inadequate unless I'm performing. These beliefs drive very specific patterns. You overfunction, you fill empty space quickly, you fine-tune things that don't need that level of attention. You stay on even when nothing is required, and downtime, it becomes something you justify or cut short. And this didn't come out of nowhere. At some point, being the one who handled things, who stayed on top of everything, worked. It got you recognition, or it helped you avoid mistakes. It may have made your relationships feel more stable. So your system learned, this is who I need to be. And you got very good at it. I'm thinking of someone I worked with recently. From the outside, everything looked solid. He was highly respected at work, reliable, organized, the one people trusted. And he told me, I just want to be able to slow down on the weekends. So we picked a Saturday. No plans, nothing he had to do. He made coffee, sat down, opened a book, and within minutes, something shifted. His brain started offering suggestions. You should check your email. Did you respond to that message? You could at least start the dishes. Don't waste the day. He stayed sitting, tried to ignore it, but the feeling didn't go away. It built, like he was doing something he shouldn't be doing. Eventually he got up, checked his phone, answered emails, started cleaning, ran errands. So by the afternoon, he looked productive again. But underneath it was this chain of beliefs. If I'm not doing something, I'm wasting time. If I'm wasting time, I'm not giving it my all. If I'm not giving it my all, my performance will slip. And deeper than that, if I'm not performing, I'm inadequate. So when you say, I can't seem to slow down, what's really happening is part of you has learned that your worth is tied to your output. And slowing down challenges that. It creates friction because you're stepping outside of something that's been running for a really long time. So you default back to performing and assuming responsibility for everything. And there's another layer to this as well. Productivity can also become a form of emotional avoidance. Because when you're in motion, checking things off, planning, staying on top of everything, there's no space to notice what's underneath. No space to feel uncertainty or self-doubt or anxiety or pressure you've been carrying for a long time. And this is especially true for perfectionists. Staying productive doesn't just make you effective, it keeps you from having to sit with thoughts or feelings that are harder to face. And over time, that becomes part of the pattern too. Not just, I need to stay on top of things, but also, if I slow down, I might have to notice what's going on underneath of all of this. So instead of trying to force yourself to slow down, approach this a little differently this week. Not as something to get right, just something to notice. So first, catch the just one thing moment. The next time you're about to check something, pause. What does your high achieving part say? Is it urgency, pressure, a sense that you're going to miss something? You don't need to change it. I just want you to notice the pull. Second, leave a small pocket of time unfilled. So just pick 5 minutes. Don't plan it, don't fill it. When the urge shows up, notice the thought behind it. This is a waste. I have so much on my plate right now. I'll feel better once I finish something. And then name it. A part of me is uncomfortable just being and not doing right now. And third, respond to the productive part differently. When that part gets louder, acknowledge it. Say, I know you're trying to keep things from slipping. I know you're trying to stay ahead, and I appreciate that. And then add, I'm wondering if you'd be willing to take a step back so my self-care part can have the spotlight for a few minutes. At its core, productivity is just a set of executive functioning skills paired with motivation. It's something you've accumulated over time, but it can't be who you are or how you cope, because that means slowing down will always feel wrong, and that's just not a sustainable way to live. So if this resonated, I'm curious, what does your productive part say when you try to slow down? Drop it in the comments. And if you want to go deeper into this pattern, especially the belief that your worth has to be earned, I've linked more below, including my book and additional content.